Hi guys, I'm Artie Poodle, and today in this video I'm gonna do a review of the liquid watercolors from the Action store. Those are actually all the colors they offer at this moment. 5 different colors, lots of blues, not lots of blues, a few blues, a few greens, yellow, orange, a few pinks and a red one. I actually have one real bottle from ECOLINE from years and years ago, and as you can see the bottles are actually almost the same, only the cap is a little bit different. The one is a little bit smaller from the Action store, from the replicas, but overall you can't really see like that much different in the bottle, so it feels like real ECOLINE where you're working with, and that's something very interesting to actually notice, because those colors, you have 5 colors for less than €2, and I think it's like the store is checking out like, are people gonna buy this, and if lots of people gonna buy it, then they will probably offer more colors. But at this moment you actually have enough colors to make something very fun. You have like nature colors, you have skin tones if you are like putting a little bit water into it, you have sky colors, so that's actually pretty okay. I'm just doing real quick swatches of all the colors. The colors you see now is the first box with greens and a few blues in it, and the second box is yellow, orange. They have like a very light pink, and that's a great color for skin tone. They do have like darker pink, and that's great for accents or shadows or blush or lips or things like that. And they have like a very red color, very deep red actually. And I'm just swatching the real ECOLINE underneath all the colors so you can see the difference between them. And actually, honestly, I don't see like a big difference at the first look I gave to them. So they are very beautiful, very vibrant colors. I think for the price it's like a really good deal. And as you can tell, like in this shot, it's like very beautiful soft colors. And something really quick I want to tell you guys, you're gonna see that I'm drawing something, and I didn't actually had inspiration, but I watched like a YouTube video a few days ago about watercolor techniques, and I found a really fun technique where you put a few drops of ink on your paper and spray with a water sprayer on it, and the ink just starting to move, and that was a very cool effect. So I tried to do that, and I'm just watching a few fine liners, and all my fine liners are just smudging, and it's a story of my life actually, to be honest. So, and I'm not really used to that, because I did use watercolor from Winsor & Newton, but not like liquid ECOLINE watercolor, just normal watercolor in a palette, and I used them with fine liners before, so, and they didn't smudge, but those do smudge. So I just started off with a sketch, and I just went from there. I used my liquid masking fluid to like cover the edges, because I was going to do like the drip and spray technique. I don't know how it's called, but let's just call it that. And you can see like the ink moving around. The only thing that I was like having a little bit of issue with is that my paper was getting like too wet, so I just need to learn to handle that spray. And maybe I should have cured my paper before doing this, but I actually really like the effect. Maybe it could be like a little bit more, but overall I'm very happy with it. And I just started with the skin. I did some swatches, and I ended up mixing the light orange with the light pink to create like a good looking skin tone color. And as it was drying up, you can see it on the video right now on my swatch, like the left side of the video, you can see there is a small paper where I tried some skin colors, and I actually really love how they turned out. That's actually on the back side of my paper. The front side is like really texture. It's like very paper with all little slices in it. I don't know how you call it, but it's like very textured paper. And I think that I maybe should have used the back side, because the color is like way more even on that side of the paper. But overall, I'm just happy with how it turned out. And I actually wanted to give her like a brown hair, but I just started with red and coloring some layers on top, and I was just trying things, you know. I didn't prepare anything for this video. Honestly, I didn't use the watercolors that much. I only use them as accent, or when I'm writing things on gift cards or birthday presents, things like that. But I didn't really draw with them, because I have like lots of Winsor & Newton professional watercolors, and I'm just more used to coloring with those type of watercolors instead of like liquid watercolor. And at this moment I was really laughing with myself, because from this far away it looks like Michael Jackson a little bit, and I think Michael Jackson was a special man, but it wasn't like my intention at all to draw him. But at the end of the video it looks different, it looks better. But just now at this point I think my drawing just reminds me of Michael Jackson. So, and yeah, I messed up a little bit on the lips, because I let the skin tone dry, really dry out really well, like more than an hour or two, and I came back and I was inking the lips with the liquid watercolor, and my watercolor was just starting to travel around the paper over the lines of the lips, and I was like, oh god, no, why does this always happen to me with the lips? Sometimes the eyes are not working with me, and this time it were the lips. So yeah, it just turned out like that. It's not like that big, it's not like bothering me that much, but like it's bothering me like a little bit. So if you are working with these watercolors, you really need to pay attention that your paper is fully dried before layering. Wait, my dogs are starting to bark. I'm just gonna check what's happening down there. I'm gonna be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back. Everything okay, everything under control. So what I was saying about those watercolors is that you need to pay attention that the layer underneath is fully dried, and it can take like a long time. I didn't try it out, but I guess like 2 hours for like a little bit of watercolor to dry is like a long time. I don't have that issue with the Winsor & Newtons. I don't know what's causing it. Maybe it's the paper, maybe it's because I didn't cure it. It could be, but that's something that you really need to pay attention at. And now I'm just I need to catch my breath because I run so hard down the stairs. I'm just catching my breath a little bit at this moment. So I just finished my drawing with my with the finest fine liner I have, because I actually love how the drawing is looking at this point. I love the sketchy feeling and the small, not that thick fine line art stuff. Normally I do like a very very thick line art, and this is something different. This is something that I normally don't do, only with the background maybe. So yeah, I think it turned out very, very cute actually. And I'm just using my fine liner everywhere. I just wanted to make the hair like a little bit like easier to read. I did use some colored pencils to shade and to make it look a little bit better, because working in details with those watercolors is not easy at all, because they dry so long, because it takes just too long to dry. The blending goes pretty well. I didn't show you on this video, but the blending goes pretty well with those watercolors. You can write with them actually. So overall, I would say if you are interesting to use those, if you are wanting to start with ECOLINE but you think ECOLINE is a little bit too expensive, then just start off with those colors, and I think you will have like lots of fun. For less than €2 for 5 colors, I don't think there's like anything bad to say about it. So I had actually lots and lots of fun using them. I hope you had fun watching this video, and thanks for watching guys, and I see you in the next one. Bye.